Hi everyone, welcome to Mr. B's learning channel. In this video, we are going to discuss how to factorize and solve a cubic function. Okay, so the one that you see here is the cubic function. That is a standard form. So f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This is the standard form. How many terms are there? 4 terms are there. If this one was a quadratic function, it was ax square plus bx plus c. You know that one. Now you are upgraded to cubic function, right? Now you can see 4 terms. A is the coefficient of x cube, and b is the coefficient of x square, c is the coefficient of x, and d is the constant. Let me write one example of a cubic function, that is f of x is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. See, this is a cubic function, isn't it? So the coefficient of x cube is 1, coefficient of x square is minus 6, coefficient of x is 11, and minus 6 is the constant. Now I'm going to show you how to factorize. So here, how many factors? Before you factorize, there are something that you need to know. Since we are dealing with cubic function, there will be 3 factors. In quadratic, how many factors? 2 factors and 2 x values. When you solve it, always you get 2 x values. There, how do you solve it? We can, we can factorize it, or we can use quadratic formula. Like that, cubic function also, whatever you did it with quadratic, you can do it in cubic also. Cubic also got 3 factors and 3 x values. Everything is 3, okay, because the biggest power is 3. It's a 3rd degree function, cubic, okay. Yeah, so now I will explain how to factorize. I will show you 3 methods. You can choose whatever you are comfort with. Okay, the first one is a synthetic division method. The first one that I am going to show you is a synthetic division method. I like this method. It's not taking that much time. It's not a time consuming method. Then some learners like long division, some like inspection. Okay, so in my following videos, you will see how to I'm using synthetic method, okay, because I like this method very much. So synthetic method, how do we factorize this cubic function? I will show you that one, okay. So first one, you have to use, you have to find one factor using factor theorem. You know that factor theorem, when you substitute, you have to get what? 0, isn't it? So let me write the function. Okay, function is already here. This one I'm going to factorize. Clear? So the step 1, that is common in all these 3 methods. You have to do the same thing. That is step 1. What is that? You have to find a first factor using factor theorem. Factor theorem. Okay, those who do not know factor theorem, please watch my previous video. I explained everything there. Okay, so using factor theorem, you are going to find first factor. For that, I will tell you a tip here. You have to go to the constant. What is the constant here? Minus 6. You know that? Okay. Then think about all the factors of minus 6. You know the factors means the number that can divide minus 6. We know that plus or minus 1 is there, plus or minus 2 is there, plus or minus 3 is there, plus or minus 6 also there. So you have to think about factors of constant. Clear? Then substitute 1 by 1 from the smallest one. Choose the smallest one, that is plus or minus 1. Start with that number and substitute in the function and check which one will give 0. I'm going to start with the plus 1. So for that, I repeat once again, go to the constant of the function, then think about the factors of that number. Take the number, then substitute and check, will it give 0? That way, that's the way we are finding the first factor. So I'm starting with the 1. Start with the smallest number, okay? 1. If 1 is not giving 0, then I will go to minus 1. I have to do until I get a 0. I need only one factor. Clear? So if x is equal to 1, let me check, will it give 0? F of 1 is equal to 1 cube minus 6 times 1 square plus 11 times 1, then minus 6. Isn't it? So positive numbers 1 cube and 11, so it's going to be 12. Then minus 6 is minus 12. See, I can get 0 means. Which means x is equal, the value of x, I got it one value. Here 3 values are there, 1 I got it, or x, 1 goes this side, x minus 1 is a factor. Clear? So I go to one factor. We need only one factor, and all the methods, this step is common. Clear? Whether you are doing long division method or inspection method or synthetic method, this step is common. Clear? Now, since I am doing synthetic, what I am going to do, just watch. See, I need the x value, not the factor form. I need x value. What is that x value? 1. That 1 I am writing here. Then I have to draw I call it long L, a English letter L, long one, write it. Inside this L, you have to write all the coefficients, A, B, C, D. That is very important, whether it is given or not. You have to make sure that 4 of them. For example, x square is not there. So in that coefficient place, you have to put 0 there. Here, fortunately, all the coefficients are there. Write everything. That is 1 is the first one, then minus 6, then 11 is there, then minus 6. These are the A, B, C, D. Make sure that 4 numbers must be there. That is very important. Clear? Understand? Yeah, we will be doing examples, then it will be more clear. So I repeat once again, I am writing the x value of the first factor, that is 1 here. Then I draw a long L there. Inside the letter L, I am writing these 4 numbers. Okay, now just watch what I am doing here. First move is write this number, whatever is here, just write it down under the line. Clear? Then that number is going to multiply this number, whatever comes under the line, going to multiply this number. That answer you have to write it under the second number, that is minus 6. That is 1 times 1, you have to write it here. Clear? Then it's very simple. Maybe you are hearing first time, you may feel that it is complicated, but it's not at all complicated. It is very simple. Now just add it. Minus 6 and 1, add it is going to be minus 5. See, minus 5 came under the line. Then you have to repeat. This minus 5 is going to multiply 1 again. That is going to be minus 5. Right under the next number. Then add it. So it will give you what? 6. Clear? Then you're actually repeating the same steps. See, 6 is going to multiply. Again 1 is going to be 6. Write it under the next number, that is add it 0. You have to get at the last number must be 0, which means your work is correct so far. Okay, 0 means because you have to get 0, you must get 0. Clear? You understand? Okay. Now look at the number that apart from 0, what are here? 1 minus 5, 6. You are looking for next to 2 factors. At this stage we got only one factor, x minus 1, or one value 1, right? Now you need 2 more because this is a cubic function. We have three factors. Those 2 factors, those are missing, hiding behind these numbers 1 minus 5, 6 are the A, B, C of a quadratic expression. Let me write that one. That is going to be let me use the next page. We got it. See, we got one. I'm writing this one, this minus 5 and this 6. Don't forget that. I'm going to the next page. Those are the A, B, C of quadratic. See, I'm going to write 1x square minus 5x plus 6. See, I'm talking about this one, minus 5 and 6 are the A, B, C of quadratic. And this one factorize. You know quadratic got how many factors? 2 factors. Those are the factors of cubic. Those 2 missing factors, we can get it here. Can you factorize this one? We can factorize it very easily, isn't it? Or you can use quadratic formula if you have problem in factorizing by inspection. Here, how do you write the factors? I know 2 factors are there. Look for 2 numbers. When you multiply, answer is 6. That very same number, when you add it, minus 5. What are those 2 numbers? Minus 3, minus 2. Isn't it? Minus 3, minus 2. See, minus 3 times minus 2 is 6. Minus 3 plus minus 2 is minus 5. So we got already one factor by factor theorem. What is that factor? X minus 1, isn't it? Now 2 more factors I got it. So all factors, I'm just writing it here. X minus 1, then X minus 3, then X minus 2. These are the factors of that cubic function. Now what are the x values? We know from factors, how do you get x values? X minus 1 is equal to 0, that is x is equal to 1, or x minus 3 is equal to 0, that is x is equal to 3, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, that is x is equal to 2. See, 1, 3, 2, these are the x values. So this is how we are factorizing and solving cubic, because we need this knowledge in cubic graph that you are going to study. Okay, this is how we are finding the x-intercept of cubic graph. Clear? So this knowledge is very important. That is why factor and remainder theorem came under differential calculus. So here we discussed a synthetic method. Now very same answer we will get it if you go with the division method. Okay, I will show. Let me use next page. See our cubic function. I will write it here. F of x is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. This, so you know that first factor we used factor theorem, that we got it what? X minus 1. Okay, I'm not going to repeat it again. That is the factor we got it using factor theorem. Okay, now the long division. See, I'm writing I'm writing it here. Inside here I'm writing x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Outside I'm writing the factor x minus 1. Now I'm going to divide it. How do you divide? Always look at the first term of the factor and the first term of the dividend. Okay, and think about which number multiply x become x cube. That is the part of the quotient, that is x square, isn't it? X square times x is x cube, isn't it? Now take x square and multiply this factor and write under this dividend. Okay, that is x square times x is x cube, then x square times minus 1 is minus x square. Then the process is subtraction. X cube minus x cube is 0, then minus 6x square minus x square, that is plus x square, will give you minus 5x square. Then the rest of the terms, just write it down as it is, plus 11x minus 6. Now actually you are repeating the same steps. How did you start? X, think about this x. Which number multiply x become minus 5x square? It's going to be minus 5x, isn't it? That write it part of quotient, then repeat the step. Minus 5x is going to multiply this factor and write it under this dividend, okay? Minus 5x square. So I'm going to repeat the same steps. Minus 5x times x is minus 5x square. Then minus 5x times minus 1 is plus 5x. Clear? Then subtract it. This will give you 0. 11x minus 5x will give you what? 6x. Then minus 6, write it down. Now repeat same thing. Which number multiply x become 6x is plus 6. See, we can see there the quotient is the same quadratic form expression, right? Then I'm going to multiply 6 with the factor, that is 6x. Then 6 is going to multiply, see, like this, minus 1. When you subtract it, answer is 0. You will get 0 because x minus 1 is a factor. Now look at the quotient. What is that? X square minus 5x plus 6. The remaining factors are hiding here. When you factorize that, you know already, that is x minus 3, x minus 2. Clear? So we got all of them. X minus 1, factor theorem you used. Then long divisions, you got it 2 other factors. So the x values are 1, 3, and sorry, this one is 2. These are the x values. Clear? So this method is long division. Okay, you can so factorize cubic function in this method also. Now I will show you the inspection method. Okay, now coming to the third method, that is the inspection method. For that, you have to first write the function. Like other two methods, you have to first find the first factor. Okay, now write the main function, that is x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6, which is equal to the factor that you found, x minus 1, then the unknown. So this linear has to multiply quadratic, that I am writing the standard form, ax square. We are looking for quadratic. Okay, other two cases you saw how did I get that one, that is a synthetic method and long division. Here another way we are finding that quadratic, that is, so first you have to write the standard form, plus bx plus c, you know the standard form of quadratic. Okay, now you have to find what is a, b, c, then we are done. See, here we are using, you are comparing both sides. We know that left hand side and the right hand side, they are equal, right? So you have to just compare it. Start with the x cube. We have one x cube on the left hand side. What is that? That x cube itself. Then the corresponding x cube. How do you get x cube on the right hand side? This x has to multiply ax square, that is, which is equal to ax cube, right? Now we can get, just compare both sides. Compare it. What is the value of a? See, 1 is equivalent to a, that is, a is equal to 1. Clear? Now the same we can do it for the constant. What is the constant on the left hand side? Minus 6, isn't it? Minus 6, right? Yeah. Then the corresponding constant, the final product on the right hand side, how do you get it? Minus 1 has to multiply c, isn't it? That is, minus 6 must be equal to minus 1 times c. That is, minus 6 is equal to minus c. Therefore, c is equal to 6. We got it. So we have a 1 and c 6, isn't it? Now I am going to rewrite once again. See, now I am looking for b, right? So x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 is equal to x minus 1. Bracket a, I know now, that is 1, that is x square. B, I have to find. C also I know that that is 6. Clear? Now I have to look for b. Isn't it? Okay. Okay. Now look at here, left hand side, x square term, that is minus 6x square, isn't it? X square term. Then corresponding x square term on right hand side, how do you get it? This x has to multiply bx, that is bx square, right? Then minus 1 has to multiply x, that is minus 1x square, isn't it? See, these are the x square terms that you can get it on the right hand side, and the left hand side minus 6x square is there, and they are same. Both sides are, so you are comparing. Okay, now from here we can find the value of b. So how do you get to b? See, this minus x square send to this side, that is minus 6x square plus x square is equal to bx square. That is minus 5x square is equal to bx square. Therefore, b must be equal to what? Minus 5. So we got that quadratic, that is x minus 1 times, quadratic is what? 1x square, that is x square. B is minus 5x plus 6. That we can factorize x minus 1. Then this is going to be x minus 3, x minus 2. Do you see that one? Like from here we can find the value of x, that is 1 is there, then 3 is there, and 2 also there. So this is how we can find a solution to this cubic function using inspection method. It's also an easy one, but you have to do more questions. Okay learners, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and we are going to do more questions based on this cubic function, and I will use only synthetic method there. So you will see, just wait for my next video. Until then, bye bye.
1, 2, 3, come on!